Hello and welcome to the Dragon Den. I'm King of Dragons 5000 and today I have another action figure review. Today I'll be taking a look at the Mattel WWE Elite Collection, Drew McIntyre. Getting Drew McIntyre out of the packaging, I'm very happy to have an updated Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre is looking quite nice and there is some impressive details on his attire. Drew McIntyre will come with his entrance kilt, as well as 2 pairs of hands and his Claymore. As we take a look at Drew McIntyre's attire, he is wearing his ring gear from the Royal Rumble. Although Drew McIntyre does look really good, I feel that this figure is slightly too tall. As we take a look at his head sculpt, it's a very good likeness to Drew McIntyre. The sinister smirk that he is sporting looks quite good, and I like the detailing in his beard. His long black hair is going to be a separate piece, and it is really good, and I like the sculpt work Mattel did for his hair. Mattel did opt to use the really jacked body here for Drew McIntyre. Although it does look good, I feel like the body is too big. But they did include some detailing such as some chest hair, which does look good. As we take a look at his arms, Drew McIntyre is sporting the bigger jacked arms. It does a really good job matching his body frame, and I really like the inclusion of the black tape on his wrists. Drew McIntyre is wearing black ring trunks with some really nice silver accents at the top. And on the front we do have some white plaid designs, which does look good, and there is a hint of silver here. However, as we move on to the back of his trunks, you can see there's a lot more line work in his trunks, giving it this really nice detail. And as we move on to his legs, he does have the really muscular legs, which actually does fit Drew McIntyre nicely. Having a look at his knee pads, it will continue that plaid design, which does look good, and it is black for the most part going around his knee pad. And of course, Drew McIntyre is wearing a pair of black ring boots, which does look good, and the sculpt work on the laces is really nice. But there's no paint on his boots, as they are just done in black plastic. So overall, Drew McIntyre is going to look really impressive. Although I do feel he is slightly too tall, the figure still stands up nicely. His ring gear has some surprising detail to it, and I love the inclusion of some body hair on Drew McIntyre. With the paint and details out of the way, let's compare Drew McIntyre to our usual suspects. Being built at 6'4", you can see that Drew McIntyre is going to be too tall to be in scale with most WWE action figures. And being a domestic figure, he's going to tower over all your 1/12 scale action figures. Drew McIntyre will have a ball joint in the head, arms go out to the side and do a full 360, swivel at the bicep and double hinges in his elbow, hinge and swivel at his wrists. Drew McIntyre will have an ab crunch as well as a waist swivel. His legs will kick forward, go back, out to the side, and have a thigh swivel. He will have a double bend in his knee, a swivel in the boot, a hinge in the ankle, and forward-facing pin for rocker ankle. Mattel has done a decent job here with Drew McIntyre, as there's a lot of things to like about the Scottish psychopath. There is room for improvement on this figure, as he is too tall to be in scale with most WWE action figures. I still like the idea of Drew McIntyre being a bigger character. A more angry expression for his face would have been really nice to include, but I really like the smirk that they gave him on this figure. Although I feel like the skin tone is completely off, as Drew McIntyre is more tan, the figure still looks really good. I would have loved to see a third pair of hands being a pair of fists, but the grip hands and the open hands do a good job for what we have. I even like the inclusion of his Claymore, which helps with his entrance, and overall I think the figure does a really good job representing Drew McIntyre. I did pick up my Drew McIntyre from Amazon for about $19, which was under MSRP, which I'm really thankful for. If you are looking for this updated Drew McIntyre, he is starting to hit stores at the time I'm making this video, so do keep an eye out for the Scottish Psychopath. So with that being said, thank you for watching another video here on the Dragon Den. But before you go, don't forget to hit that like button, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel, and check out all my other WWE videos. If you're in a position to help out the Dragon Den, check out my Patreon where I have some exclusive content and early access videos. Check out my Instagram account for new and exciting action figure photos, videos, recent pickups, latest prints, and as always, ring that bell so you never miss another video. And until next time, my loyal Dragonites coming from the Dragon Den, I'm King of Dragons 5000 reminding you to redesign, rebuild, and reclaim. I'll see you next time.